Dude's got a big ass neck, and it looks like a snack. Where the hell did this guy come from? Okay. Alright. That was cute. That was feckin' adorable. 7 million-ish, but I'm pretty much done buying bullshit.
Things they got over there look bang tidy.
Things are bang tidy. What the oh my god! What is this game tonight? Well, I was about to say, who's your second character again? Oh, Jesus. Oh, fuck, that was great. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, Jesus. I am okay. That was something. Oh man.
Oh, goodness me.
Oh, are we gonna crash? Let's see if the
I
game
hope
crashes.
not. My game never crashes here. His game crashed.
Oh well then. Oh my god! Looking at you do the.
What do you mean? My legs blend in with my skirt. Oh, I have to walk down the stairs.
Womp womp! I hit the trigger and you didn't. That means I get breakfast and you can go fuck yourself.
No, we both get breakfast.
Oh.
I made your favorite breakfast. Oh, Mr. King from across the
How do we eat
street is
this
going
one?
out of town for a few weeks.
Good.
I was wondering if you could check his mail for him. Oh, and your friend Pierce called. I'm
Oh my god! Look at your face.
In mouth.
That's bullshit.
such a car, and someone named Deb stopped by earlier. I just sent him away. I think I heard Timmy deliver.
You are an asshole.
Let's go.
You know what? No, I want you to do it. I want us.
Fine.
Idly doodly. You abomination.
What's new in the world today?
I don't understand why this is a MASH QTE.
Neither do I.
You ready to meet the fine people of Steelport?
Dude, when we get given rocket launchers, that guy is so fucked.
I usually
Oh
do.
yeah.
It's your world. Go ahead.
I swear to God, if I have to walk the whole way because you're driving. No, okay, I'm in the back seat.
Boy, They sure are anxious to meet you.
They?
Oh, hey, the stop sign just says obey.
Queer sense of humor.
Is it just me, or does that
Ma, you should have a queer sense of humor.
Just a nagging feeling like this is all
Can't wait to get out to the lake this weekend.
Oh, I'm not hearing you, I'm hearing me.
fish or...
Good.
What are you
Only I have to witness this monstrosity I've created.
Almost there.
Why do I feel like you're just going to make a variation, another version of trolling when you can?
Hey, it'll be a more tolerable troll, okay?
It's just that goddamn voice, man.
I know, that, and I really want to fix the voice, actually, because I did not mean it to be this trolly.
This dress, though, I swear, there's not a universe in which this dress is okay.
Oh, I stubbed my toe, you didn't.
Haha.
Fuck you and your toe. Ha, you have to take a picture.
What can I say? I know how to walk better. It's because I'm not an alien. In a skin suit, you know what I'm saying? Even the beeps are robotic eyes. God damn.
There you are, just sitting in the car. Can I move? Can I go? There we go.
Okay, actually,
Hello?
go ahead. Whatever, doesn't really matter.
What is this? Kinsey, where
Isn't
are you?
it this way?
Finally!
Actually, you would have been better off going forward than turning right twice, but it doesn't actually matter.
The place you're in isn't real.
No, just go, just go, just go!
You need to stop.
What? I'm just driving.
Okay, good. There's a parking
Well, that's not what I meant by just
That-
go.
did you just see that car just fly?
No.
Okay. I ran into a car and it flew.
I didn't see flight, but okay, that person
Brace yourself.
definitely flew.
Jesus H!
Haha, fuck you, oh god! It's bullshit!
I can't believe you got hit by the truck.
Fucking suck my balls.
Be you.
Be me.
The simulation is all about normalcy.
No. No dashing away allowed. I thought we had a conversation about this. You will do the dishes on Thursday, like it says on the planogram. Sometimes when I speak, like, I have no idea what's happening. I get to hear it the same time you guys do. What? What? Why was that giving me fucking... What? Why would that be giving me... Hold on. Why was it giving me fucking Creepvine? What? That took way too long. So basically, like, my usual process is I go live as soon as I've set the title. And then I go through on studio mode and I deselect the last game that I was playing and I select the game I'm about to play. It takes like 10 seconds. I go into the thing, well, basically the text object that says Tiny Tina Wonderlands tilde PC Steam tilde. I go into that object and I make sure it's on the right game. Again, that takes maybe another 10 seconds, right? And then I was like, okay, I have a moment. I'll go get some coffee. What I didn't expect is the coffee to be almost empty. That was unexpected. And fairly annoying. At any rate, it is super cold. It is ridiculously hella fucking crazy awful cold. But let's play game anyway. I can't help but notice that the Cape of Tides doesn't really look correct. The leaves, I guess, are not... whatever. I ain't gonna notice while we're playing anyway. I even have my audio plugged in. We're 10 minutes deep. And I'm only just getting started. Oh man, God, good lord, awful, everything. Ah. Tell you what my life needs, more gun damage. Look at this bitch hiding under this platform, bruh. This fucking asshole. I genuinely am not sure how I keep on ending up with a poison spirit swarm. I don't get it. You know, I do kind of wonder now, because I hadn't thought about it, but I do kind of want... Okay, so... Let's say that I was to attempt to get to this. Like, instead of fucking around with this, what if I went to this? Oh, Jesus. We're gonna try that out, I think. I mean, this is my gun class. The whole point of this is for gun. So if it'll improve gun, I think I ought to do it. Point. I'll try that out next time that we have the opportunity to go Bright Hoof, for fuck's sake. Actually. Hello. Okay. Oof. Oof, my fucking fingies, dude. I'm so cold. Like, I'm not wear a jacket cold, my hands are freezing cold. And fucking hate it. Okay, so... What I would say is non-negotiable on the Blight Collar side is the ward stuff. Like, I definitely 100% need I definitely need the first row, the third one on the first row and on the third row. Hold on, let me spend my monies first. I need to do that. I don't know why I did that. Nice. Now my respec is gonna cost peanuts. Still definitely Blight Collar. Bog Totem. Non-negotiable. Okay. So, gun. Gun. Obviously. See, I don't know about that shit. I don't really know if this matters. Like, in past experiments, fucking around with, like, status effect chances being increased, I never really did notice much of a fucking difference. But it's important to my ward. Hold on. How did I end up over here? Oh, okay, here we are. Okay. I think merely, like, I know it's only 7%, but I think merely having them existing is in itself a utility. Okay. So please tell me this is still... Of course not. Well, I guess we'll get to try this out. Like, that's elemental sprite is is good. I really like it. But at the same time, there are a lot of times I can't really tell how good it is. And I'll be honest, I'm not really experiencing much of a change right now either. I think part of the problem I have with the changes I just made is that that must be the bridge that I was at. I fail to see how some of these changes would help with, like, say, a boss enemy, but I guess I do have increased crits, so... Anyway, so this is where we were headed. God damn it. Ah. There are times that I notice the changes, but it's really not that big of a deal, or at least it doesn't feel like it is so far. At the same time, it really doesn't seem consequential. Like, it doesn't seem consequential either in adding to my setup, and it doesn't seem consequential in taking away from it. So, what can I say? Guns. They're kind of always guns. They're just... The gun is always a gun. End of the day, it's gonna still be gun. And nothing I do or say is going to change that. Sack of shit. Oh my god, eat my anus. This pistol really doesn't do shit for damage, though. It's still just hilarious to me running into like a whole slew of posts that are like, it's the most overpowered gun in the game! What? This shit is barely okay. I do kind of like the idea that he tackles me and immediately gets struck by lightning. It's like he was like, no, the lightning, and then he like shoves me out of the way of it and then takes it himself, sort of like, you know, the action scene with the city bus. We all know how that one goes. Meh. I'm gonna say that movement speed and gun crit chance is tempting. The rest of it, okay. Not enough money to do shit. Okay, I'm not really sure what did it. But I'll take that. Oh man, I love that my bog totem was still shooting at it while it was falling down into the abyss. Genuinely funny. Anyway. Ah, yes. There's that. There's that. Stop it. Yeah, so I definitely have a couple of theories about content that was intended to be in this game but never got added. I 100% am of the opinion that crafting was going to be a thing in this. I don't know if it was going to be a thing in the first playthrough, but or you know, pre-beating the game. But it was definitely there. Like, I mean, it definitely feels like there's multiple, you know, elements of the game that are very underconceived. When you consider, like, you can't even equip the second ring. Like, you don't get all of your equip slots until you've beaten the game. It's just weird. Yeah, you go on ahead, shit dick.
Guess who's back? Such chitter chat, I ain't really into that. I just like to counteract on the point of the attack. Check my resume, it can happen any day. They trying to wipe us out, but then again, I got something to say. Who's the enemy? Is it you or to be the opposition? My position's taken out relentlessly. I'm taking chemistry released in my vicinity. Maintain the rap I give it kind and all its history. Leave it up to me, I'm not gonna let it be. I'm a roll my horse and will take control by any means. I'll throw my weaponry up there, we'll see it to the end. You think that I'm a born? Oh, let's get it begin. Okay, it's time, my friend, you'll begin to see my wrath. Smile now, but we'll see who has the last laugh. Just standing in my path while I'm about to smash. Don't worry, it's over in a flash. It doesn't make a difference who's gonna end up missing or being bad in a state of critical condition. Okay, the competition is getting on my nerves. If you can feel the heat, then you're already burned. Make the confetti turn. I'm trying to duck the germ, and if you're in my way, it's an unlucky turn. I'm not a flucky learn. A little data.
So wait, if we
Exterminator school. I'm in the hurting dudes. What would you do if you were me? Well, it don't really matter, cause I'm just doing me. I must pursue the key. What's the answer to my question?
here, you know what?
You and me, not make a choice, no regret. Okay, it's time, my friend, you'll begin to see my wrath. Smile now, but we'll see who has the last laugh. Just standing in my path while I'm about to smash. Don't worry, it's over in a flash. Say my friend, I'm a soldier to the death. Look around, it ain't too many left. Watch your step, first move is a doozy. You thought you had a chance, you could have fooled me. What I need to do is go in the violent rage. Is it that the goal living in the final days? I'm living in the cage, look around, it's full of crap. The people hanging on, feasting on the scraps. What's the haps? It's a trap full of madness. Emotions out the window is a form of a blast his asses. Do you wanna maintain or get deleted from mistaken language is your game? Okay, it's time, my friend, you'll begin to see my wrath. Smile now, but we'll see who has the last laugh. They're standing in my path while I'm about to smash. Don't worry, it's over in a flash. You thought it was a game. It could be over in a flash.
There's also loot back here. Go away! Man. Okay, so is this one I'm thinking? Yeah, actually, this is not a bad time to do this. Oh, fucking hell. I have no memory of why this is a thing. But whatever. Dude, that sure was cool how it was like, how about we just change the marker? Really? One is where we're at. Pick the thing up, dude. Come on. Pick it up. What the fuck? I'm busy, god damn it. Go away. Alright. Okay. Whoa, what? What happened to the mimic? It fucking disappeared, bro. Wow. Excuse? I spent a skill point on you having this job that you should do. Oh my god, what? I swear to god my mushroom is keeping him from progressing. Look, I mostly just need this for now. That's more or less gone. No. Okay. Dude, our energy bill right now is just so fucking unacceptable. We're up in like the $230 a month range, which sucks because at the last place where we were routinely under 80. fucking... Oh, okay. It did trigger. Okay, that's good. With my Zerker, I was in here way hella fast. And it resulted in the game not, like, quite recognizing that I got in here way hella fast. I mean, regardless, it's not the right rarity. Okay. I do believe it's Liar and Brimstone time. Bruh. What the hell? It's like, in comparison to where we are, right? Okay, yeah. I suppose you could go up to where the evil tree is to grab that real quick. Anyway, no! I definitely fucked that up. What? Okay. Why? Why is it like that? Oh, what the fuck? Why did it pull me towards him? Oh, right. You know what I just realized? For one thing, I never put that where it was supposed to go, but someone made a comment on one of my YouTube videos referencing fucking piracy. I saw that on my phone. Now, see, like, I know that there's, like, a terms of service violation thing on Twitch. regarding like people referencing fucking piracy. Like, I could get in trouble if you were talking about piracy in my shit and I don't do anything about it. And so realistically, I don't see why it wouldn't be that way just about everywhere, right? But like, look man, I know that like, particularly in gaming, when it comes to older games, I know that like emulation and i.e. piracy is like the norm. I get it. I know. I'm aware. Having said that, I don't understand why people want to just go around and be like, I break laws and you should break laws too. Here's how to break laws. Jesus Christ. Could you maybe be a little bit more coy about it? Fuck me running, dude. Don't punch me. Of course. Especially like making that comment publicly, like there's direct messages. There are more private ways to discuss the things that you shouldn't be discussing openly. I don't understand. Why fucking trying to get me in trouble and shit. My inventoire's full. Housing market updates, bro. Like, I could have sworn that I got off of this fucking dumbass list. Unsubscribed from all. Oh, of course, I have to log in for this. Why wouldn't I have to do that? Why do I even... Do I even have a login for this? Wait, what? Apparently I do. Why the hell do I have a login for Zillow? Can I get rid of that login? Because I don't have a fucking reason for this. Account settings. Profile? Deactivate. There we go. I don't have a reason. Blah, blah, blah. There was an error while deactivating your account. Because of course there was, because you don't want me to be able to do that. These fucking cunts. It's cool. Companies just be breaking the law left, right, front, and center, bruh. Anyways, fucking hell. We're 100% doing this obelisk. Well, not necessary. It is literally right here. Cool. Plague Rat Apocalypse. See, something like what I just saw, a purple stoker that has multiple projectiles and a relatively large mag. That's what we're looking for. Inner Demons. What? I call foul, bruh. What the fuck? I really would like to know what it is that just like randomly changes your position or turns you without your consent in this game, because like that just happens sometimes. And like not even in a, oh, I don't know, I may have just flinched or had a weird, nope, it just like I've had it like just straight up change my position, like not just what direction I'm facing, but I've had it just like warp me a few like meters away for no apparent reason. It's really annoying. $60. See, that's the mag size that we would want, something like that. Send it as 16% something. It's better than nothing. I have a bad habit of just forgetting that I'm supposed to shoot that. I could have sworn I already did that, but I guess not. I swear to God, please let me see the fucking thing I want to see. No! Let me see the fucking thing I want to see! I genuinely cannot believe it. Don't suppose it would matter that much if I had the area a little bit more memorized, but god damn. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyways, A Realm in Peril and Ballad of Bones. I can't believe how much it was just totally fucking refusing to let me see the objective I wanted to see. Plonk. Okay. What the fuck, man? Wait. I swear to God, dude. By the way, why is she flying? Okay. Now see, if I run into a reviver with like 3 charges or something, I'm not gonna give a shit. Like I'm not gonna care what its rarity is. I'm not gonna care. Like I say, its rarity. I mean, like, you know, normal, chaotic, volatile, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna give a fuck about none of that. 42 should be enough. Isn't that as strong, more or less? Yeah. And neither of these have anything to do with actual, like... You know what? I'm gonna try this pistol. Like, I'm gonna try it in actual combat. Yeah, it kind of works. In my mind, it's really, really, really agitating that not only was the game being choppy, but I was also flinching the whole goddamn time. Like, ugh. What the hell? See, I just think if we ended up with an Ascended, Purple, 3-bullet Skulldugger, then in all likelihood, I would, like, the damage that I would be putting out would be obscene. And then the saving grace would be the gaps between combat. But at the end of this map, in that church or citadel or whatever the hell we want to call that building, the very last thing before the parasite, there's so many fucking enemies that I think no matter how good my combat, like no matter how good my damage output is, I would be running out of ammo. But I'm just gonna, in general, I'm gonna be on the lookout for things with massive magazines. Whoops. I never mapped this island. You know, I really should have talked to this guy first because he's gonna take a minute anyway. Alright. My mushroom kind of baited me right there. Kind of surprised I didn't get hit by that, if I'm honest. I swear to God, dude. Someone fire this fucking mushroom, dude. Just send him, you're a dipshit, now leave papers. I say that knowing good and damn well that sometimes he revives me when I go down, but like, still, dude, still, 12, that's not good enough. Quad bow of the breeze. What? Yeah, he's gonna do that. He's gonna do that whether I'm looking at him or not. Why does it... Okay. Why does it fucking do that? For some reason it didn't place that. Boing. Hold on. Quest. Hungry 68 out of 75. So yeah, we could still stand to do a few. You know, there's... I do wonder about the ones that are pointing down. He fucking got hit by a lightning bolt. I guess it's just that, oh, well, there are other skeeps on the map, and that's all it takes. But, like, one of them is very clearly associated with this mission. Honestly, the hungry for responsibility side objective is one of the pieces of evidence that I use to evidentiate that second playthroughs were in fact planned. Because alternatively there'd be there's no way to get that done without that, as far as I can tell, because you get the added objectives in so when you have a quest on the right and it has a little plus one, so it's they're optional things that you can do for that quest. That's what Hungry for Responsibility is pertaining to, is the optional objectives that you can do. There are optional objectives that you can do in the mirrors, and there are optional objectives that you can do in the Chaos Chambers. Unfortunately, those don't count at all. So once you're past the main missions, you can't do it. And from what I can tell, you can't do it that way either, because there's not enough of them. It kind of makes me think that they just counted how many side objectives there are, and they were like, that's a good number, and they didn't take into account that in some cases it's choose one or the other, so you can't do both. I don't know, man. Either they did full incompetence and did not know how to count their own shit, which I'm not saying is impossible, but either that or they intended for there to be a second playthrough where you would complete the objective there. And I'm sticking with my assumption that it's the second playthrough thing, because there's a progression called the first session. where like it's 0 of 1 and it gets completed when you've beaten the game. It's not complicated. It highly suggests that there will be more than just the first one. And that is a suggestion I can get behind. I'm stuck. Literally, I can't move. And he doesn't know where the fuck I am because I'm stuck. Oh, God, dude. I don't trust you. Oh my God. Oh, bruh, like, dude, come on. There. This is one of those scenarios where, like, because like I do genuinely want to put together like a complete nonsense speed run of this, so, like, you know, a new game plus like second playthrough, kind of do all of the things that it'll let you do. But like 151, what is this fucking garbage? But like, I have a feeling it's going to end up being one of those scenarios where Optimal is going to come all the way down to like just memorizing how janky a lot of the edge detection is on this, and Like, yeah, you're gonna have to jump across that, even though it very much is a, like, you can see it with your face, it's a walkable surface, but nope, you're gonna have to jump. Yes, I see that it's clearly a walkable surface, but you can't though. So you're gonna have to jump. Yes, I know that isn't really a gap, but it's gonna act like one. Yes, I see. It's only a couple of millimeters tall, but you can't walk across it. We've gone back to Borderlands 1 level shenanigans. Where there's just a magic barrier in the floor that stops you, and you're gonna have to jump over it. Why? Oh. What does it matter? Just do it, nerd. That shit really was the worst when you were trying to do phase walk, ghost walk, whatever. I don't remember what it's called. Lilith's move fast ability. I think it was phase walk. It doesn't really matter what it was called. Because, like, when you're doing that, you can't do anything but move fast. That's it. You can't jump. You can't fire. Go, I say, that's not necessarily true. You can theoretically melee, but it immediately takes you out of phase walk when you do that. So there's like a way to end the skill so that you can jump over the barrier that doesn't actually exist. But like, this game definitely has some instances like that too, where it's just like, there's nothing here. And yet I'm stuck and I need to jump over something. I do very much want to try playing this on my Linux Mint installation and see if it'll behave better. It's like, this is how smooth it plays after heavy modification to make it play more smoothly. Because this game is just, it is not optimized. It's not even close. Like, very, very, very far away from optimization. But then again, Fira was a bloody mess as far as that is concerned, and I enjoyed the hell out of Fira, despite the fact that it was a total disaster. Make no mistake, total disaster. But like that game played way better, like smooth, like buttery smooth on Linux, which is just weird, and I love it. Bid adieu. Can't wait to not have to worry about my inventory anymore. See, something like that, like a purple version of this that has electric and is 3 ammo per shot. Ascended, obviously, but that's very much what we're looking for. Eventually, someday. I think it'll be a lot more relevant once the gun damage is higher. I could be wearing that, I think it's called Universal Soldier, and like it's a necklace that's just like, it makes it where when you melee something, it refills your weapon. It automatically reloads 30% of the time. But I'm running Skullduggers, so that part would be irrelevant. The relevant part is that it's it's the only necklace that just straight up gives gun damage. Now, the trade-off in this case would be that what I'm currently running has lightning damage. Now, I don't know if that trade would be worthwhile. It might. Another 10 mil. Okay, we're actually pretty much done. I just need to get 4 mil. Get that one purchased. You know what? You know what we're gonna do at this point is I'm just gonna behave like we don't need the money anymore. This 4 million is gonna happen on its own. I'm not concerned. So we're only gonna pick up purples now, and sell those. And money is just gonna, it's just gonna happen. Whether you like it or not, money just happens in this game. It may not just happen super fast, but it just happens. in my opinion, very difficult to break loot habits. So like, I was looking at stuff and I was like, oh, pick up the things. Now, and the same thing is true in reverse. Once you've changed your habit to not pick up everything, like let's say I was to make a new character after I get used to not picking up all the shit on this one, immediately I'm gonna be like, all right, fuck, I'm supposed to pick up the things. Suddenly, legendaries are just popping off. That makes me wonder if the SDUs actually have something to do with your loot log, because that's the only thing that's really changed is I got another SDU. Wouldn't that be... God, that would be weird, but like, again, while it doesn't sound like it is logical or makes any sense, unless you know, you shouldn't rule it out. Like, I've seen me quite a few, like, bizarre fucking things in video games. Enough to know that you should never assume that something does or doesn't work a certain way just because it makes sense. But like, you know, I had a similar question regarding like sports games here lately, because like, you know, one of I suppose the big selling points of like between this year's release of insert sport game here and next year's release is, you know, the updated player roster with their updated stats, with, you know, updated this and updated that, and but like, okay. Do those stats, like, that's something that I've wondered in games like that, just in general. Do those stats actually do anything? It's like in those games, it genuinely makes me wonder, like when they implement stats in like a football game, you got like a person that's like I almost say character. You got a player that has like, you know, X amount of like completed passes or whatnot. Like, do they implement like pass accuracy or? You know what I mean? Like, do they actually do something with those numbers, or is it just like, oh, the numbers are in the game? Because, like, I would very, very heavily argue if the shit don't actually change gameplay, then the whole notion of, like, oh, an updated roster with updated stats, well, who gives a shit if it doesn't fucking impact gameplay? And I would very much say that the only people who would give a shit past that point are, like, mentally damaged in ways that cannot be undone. Like, I'm sorry, sir. but ye be fucked. And by our estimations, ye cannot be unfucked. Yeah, I'll look at it. It is ascended after all. Now I've got a Cape of Tithes on this character, but I'm not opposed to a different armor, especially since like the passives on it are not great. I'm pretty sure that my slide speed on this character is not fast enough to kill me, but I don't know, that looked pretty rough. I will probably take it off for that last slide regardless. Sir. I just say, if I was to find just like a straight up purple right now that had all damage and gun damage on it, yeah, I'm just gonna switch to that. Jesus. Here, you know what? Eat shit. Oh my god, dude. All of that for basically no real experience, come on. Yeah, there is a possibility that you guys are seeing a smoother gameplay experience than I am right now, but I'm gonna tell you right off the top, I could not see shit for the most part just now. It was so choppy. You know what the funny thing is that, to me, I feel like if the game was always that choppy, I would just be used to it. I'm not suggesting that it should always be choppy. I'm just saying that I think it's funny that I would probably just be like, yeah, it's always like that. Like it, you know, didn't matter. Did I forget? I did. That might be having an impact. Folding at home was still on. Why did I pick this up? What was I thinking? Get out of here. Help society? Bruh, I'm trying to play video games. I'm just not sure if this is actually happening or not. Now to say, if that's not happening, getting to this instead of doing this series is not, like, not preferable. Like, the added gun crit is whatever. Yo, what's up, Grimmy? How's it going? Creative writing? Yo, nice. I used to do a bit of that back on the fanfiction.net days. How goes Tina? I'm spraying stuff with lightning. And, I mean, if that doesn't sound like fun to you, then I don't know why we're friends. What was I saying? Oh yeah, creative writing. Back in the fanfiction.net days, so you know, dark times. I remember at one, you know, I'm probably not gonna overshare in this one. I wrote a couple of like stories are built around a game series that I thought was dead, and I got reached out to by the creators of said game series, and they talked to me about acquiring the large portions of that actual story. Then that conversation fucking completely vanished. They ghosted the hell out of me, and portions of my shit showed up anyway. Which basically means they stole my writing, but whatever. That kind of stuff kind of guts your desire to actually bother, you know? Oh, back in my day, we friggin'... Is it? Are you sure? What the fuck? I suppose it's one of those things that could, in theory, be cool. I guess. I don't know. I think the disconnect is the idea of me allowing myself to be thought of as cool. Like, what? I'm a nerd. Nerd! I would say that person is definitively not cool. And I say this having met them in person at a convention. Yeah, like, so back in my convention days, I met an awful lot of people. Like, I met Jim Sterling pre-transition. I met, let's see, Adam Sessler. I've met Rob Paulson, Nathan Fillion. Okay, you know what? Honestly, this list could go on for a really fucking long time. Matthew Perry, rest in peace. I may have already mentioned Rob Paulson, Tara Strong. I bumped into Eminem once. I bumped into Will Smith once. I actually sat and had a conversation. I say sat and had a conversation. Mark Hamill and I hung out for about 3 hours. Maybe 3.5? I said Nathan Fillion, but insert almost all of the cast of Firefly. They were, which is funny because I've never seen Firefly. Let's see. Morgan Webb wasn't there, and that's unfortunate, but yeah, just like back in the convention days, like there was a lot of people around, like pretty fucking constantly. That was a normal kind of thing. See, this is the part that always, like, infuriates, like, Firefly fans when I tell them, like, yeah, I got to meet pretty much all of the cast, is I never watched the show. I still haven't seen it. Like, I've seen small bits and bobs from it, but for the most part, I have not seen it. I think that was at Fan Expo Dallas, that where all of them were there. I think that's where it was. Nathan Fillion is a big old dork, and I love him. Really though, like, my list of, like, celebrities that I've met that are, like, movie famous or TV famous is not nearly as large as my list of voice actors that I've met. Like, I met most of the cast of Borderlands 2. And though, despite the fact that I've met most of the cast of Dragon Ball Z and most of the cast of Borderlands 2, despite the fact that Chris Rager is in both of those categories, that would be Hercule and Mr. Torg, I have not met him. Which honestly should not have been difficult to fix, given that the guy did, like, voiceover lessons not terribly far from where I lived once upon a time, and I just never went there. Like, I think people romanticize the idea of meeting celebrities way too much. Okay, so at the time I was in, like, the DFW area in Texas, and there's actually a pretty hefty convention scene there. And, you know, DFW is a hell of a hub, like, a whole lot of celebrities go through there. Where I am right now, I know that, like, Emerald City Comic Con is out here. And we've not gone to that yet because it's very expensive. And it's just been one of those things that's it's difficult to justify the cost. It wouldn't be difficult to justify the cost if I was still trying to do the voiceover thing, because networking is very important. But I gave up on that quite some time ago, as I just... I mean, there's concerts in Nebraska. I know that that is not the same thing that we're talking about, but that's something. You meet music celebrities. Have I met any music celebrities? Well, I mean, I did just mention Eminem earlier. I did not have, like, a genuine conversation with Eminem or Will Smith when I met either one of them. I did get to, like, give them an approving nod and shake both of their hands.
I'm trying to think if I've, like, genuinely met any other music acts. I probably have and just don't fucking remember. I must have seen a lot of eyes. What? I feel like you're trying to do a joke and I don't get it. But yeah, man, the A-Con and Anime Fest days, those were the fucking days, man. Those were great conventions, and you meet an awful lot of really cool people. Although, I will say this, you should never, ever, ever date people that you met at a con. You are pretty much guaranteed to end up with some crazy people. Like, the number of relationships that I heard about that, like, started at cons and then, like, went hardcore downhill, it's kind of legendary. I didn't date somebody that I met at a con. So, I got into the convention scene through my ex-wife. And she and I were already in a committed relationship when we were in the con scene. But she was aware of quite a few interesting stories. Nah. Yeah, she was aware of quite a few interesting stories already. And we witnessed a number of interesting stories after the fact. Yeah. Well, like, man, there are some wild stories that I could share from those days. Like, there was this black fella at one con that was walking around in a shirt. Like, so he had a black mask on and a white shirt that with the text "Not a Ninja" on it, which is, I don't know, I guess some people might think that's clever or funny. I don't know. It felt like an attempt to have a joke, but not actually have a joke. At any rate, that's not the part that mattered. The part that mattered was that he was, like, going around the con, like, trying to, like, flirt with younger girls by, like, offering to buy them shit in the dealer's room. And at this particular con, a friend and I had made friends with, funny enough, a group of younger girls. We shared similar fandoms, and I think it was Stephanie's mom that was their guardian in terms of, like, the whole group at the convention. Anyways, we stayed the night in their hotel room the previous night, and then this guy was, like, creeping on Stephanie. And mate, I just about went to jail over this, because I was about to fucking kill this guy. But, yeah, it was, that was rough. But, I made con security very, very aware of what was going on. And he was removed from the venue by police. I do not know if he was arrested or if he was just escorted out of the premises and told not to come back. I don't know. I could not give you the rest of the story. I imagine a lot of people would like look at it sideways, like you and your buddy made friends with a group of underage girls. Like just that alone for some people would be like, bro, that's not right. But like it was a complete accident, and we were homies with Stephanie's mom after that. And Stephanie's like, I cannot remember the blonde girl's name, but she genuinely cried when we left the convention. She was like super sad to see us go, probably because, you know, the rational assumption is we ain't ever gonna see each other again. Which turned out to be the case, yeah. So the convention scene it's just something else, man. I mean, that's where I met Enozny Vols. She's a really good person. God, I hope she's not with the same dude that she was back then. But I mean, that's none of my business, I guess. I mean, not even I guess. It's just patently none of my business. And yet, I still hope she's not with that piece of shit anymore. I mean, if there's no cons in Nebraska, then just look up cons elsewhere and plan an outing. Just be like, you know what? We're gonna go to one of these fucking things, and then just either drive to one or fly to one. Hell, come out here. We'll set you up. You can stay with us for the duration of the con, and we'll all go to one of these fucks together. It's a good time. It's a good time. It's a good time. Though there is definitely one thing that I miss about con culture in Texas that is not the case out here. In Texas, just about every convention was in a convention center at a hotel. So it would be totally normal for you to get your hotel room and your convention thing set up at the same time, and typically those hotels had a deal going on with the convention attendees, so you typically would get your room for considerably cheaper. And I really, really, really like that. Here, nah. Here, having an attached hotel is highly irregular. And I miss that. No, yeah, like back in the DFW area, right? Like, even though we lived relatively nearby, like, I cannot describe how nice it is to be able to hit up the dealer's room, buy some things that you like, immediately take them back to your room, and then return to the convention floor. Or, like, even a situation where you're like, I've got a bit of a headache, I just want to go to the bedroom and relax for a bit. And then you go to the room and you relax for a bit. And then, hey, I feel a lot better. And then you just go back down to the con. I cannot describe how nice being able to do either one of those is. But, like, it's just not like that out here. And I think it's... I was about to say I think it's a space issue because everything is so crowded and packed together out here, but I don't see why that wouldn't allow for a hotel and a convention center to exist in the same spot. It's not, because, like, typically the hotel room, like, literally the hotel would be above the convention center. So you'd be, like, down where the convention is, and you'd be like, I've got a headache. And then you would just go to the fucking elevator, click, and then you would just go up to your room. Whereas, like, even though we lived in the general vicinity, like, the last convention that we got a hotel room at was, I think, about a 30 to 40 minute drive from where we lived. So you could argue is like, well, there's not really a great reason to get the hotel room. There's not, but we're gonna. It's just a better experience. It's especially worthwhile if you've got like a group that you're getting it all done with, because like if it's you and like 4 other people and you get a hotel room, then worst case scenario, between the 3 of you, you're all paying maybe $40 for the room. It's really not, particularly at con prices for the hotel rooms, it's really not that bad. No, see, that's what I'm saying. Here, it would be separate from the hotel. And what's more is that since it's separate from the hotel, there's no, like, con pricing for the rooms. So, out here, the last convention that we went to, out here, if I wanted to book a room in the nearest hotel, the walk would have been like 2 or 3 blocks. But it would have been $380-something a night, and, like, that can fuck all the way off into the deepest pit. There's no way in hell I'm dropping $300, nearly $400 on a fucking hotel room. Nah! Bare mins, I'd have to have that split with at least 5 other people. And even then I'm gonna be like, bro, like, the amount of space we have in this hotel room is like half an inch. Fuck it. We're not doing this. I'm one of those kinds of people, it's like, even if I had millions of dollars, I would never be that frivolous with money. I have, like, situations where, like, I used to be good friends with a guy that was in the military, and when he came home, he typically had so much money he didn't really know what to do with it all, so he would just spoil his friends with it. And he would tell us, like, no, like, he would take us to a restaurant and be like, get whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not even looking at the prices. But, like, even then, I am just not the kind of person that's like, yeah, sure, I'll get the $38 steak. I look at that and be like, I would never under any circumstance spend that money on this, so I'm certainly not going to do it with somebody else's money. And then you got Viv's mom. She pays for everything when we do anything together, but she also doesn't like me. Which makes me particularly sussy about any expenditure of her money. Like, look, I'm not incapable of justifying prices when grocery shopping. If I'm getting a product that's genuinely worth the money that they're charging, then the fact that it's expensive doesn't bother me. I've always felt the same way about restaurants too. Is like, if it's genuinely worth what I'm paying, I don't mind that it's expensive. But it doesn't always turn out that way. You know what I mean? Some places are just fucking expensive for no good reason at all. Am I gonna eat this if I buy it? That's always a good question to ask, yeah. Viv has a really weird issue regarding, like deli meats, right? She really loves peppered turkey. I am of the opinion that turkey has almost no flavor and isn't worth the time of day. However, in her case, it's weird. If she gets like a half pound of the stuff, she will definitely eat it. But if she gets an actual, like a whole pound, for whatever reason, she'll never start eating it, so it just sits there. Okay, well, I can say that the sliced turkey that we get at the deli that we go to, it's at a Winco Foods. It's never dry. I just don't think it has enough flavor to be worth a shit. Yeah, it's peppered turkey meat, and it's okay. I just don't think it has enough flavor. She loves turkey. I don't know. I'm not gonna tell her not to love turkey. I just don't get it. Interesting. Shitty. I mean, that may very well be a thing. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's just seasoned turkey. It's not that incredible. Well, you need to get out of Nebraska and find you some culture. But yeah, at our deli, there's a number of there's a number of interesting meat options at our deli. I mean, you got the big classics like premium roast beef and Black Forest ham, but there's ham on the bone, ham off the bone, cooked ham, spiced ham, Hawaiian ham. Hams are the ones that I normally pay attention to because ham has lots of flavor. There's multiple varieties of turkey in there too, but I don't pay nearly as much attention to those because why would I? They're turkey. Boo hiss. I wish that deli did, like, unique cheeses, though. They don't really do their own cheeses. Like, the closest place where we can get, like, proper fresh-made cheeses is ridiculously expensive. Like $38 an ounce, ridiculously expensive. I think, gun to my head, I would never, ever, 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 ever. I mean, bologna isn't fake meat, but it's definitely very bad for you. As far as a deli meats go, it is far and away the most processed. And, well, regardless of any other detail, it's also quite gross. Oh no, yeah, it's horrible for you. Hot dogs have that same problem of just being ridiculously highly processed and just objectively terrible for you. Hold on. Wait, what? Get out of here. That's not what I wanted at all. Fucking touchscreens, dude. No matter how much I love this phone, it still has a touchscreen. Sin. You know, my favorite thing about this setup is that a lot of the time, I'm not even really paying attention to the thing that ends up dying. I shoot stuff, and stuff goes away. That's all I know, and that's all I need to know. Turns out I don't really like this track that much. Why is Windows like this, dude? No, just let me delete the file. Fucking hell. fucking, you cannot ask it to have like any basic amount of fucking competence. It's not possible. One of these days, I will have the money I need to make a full transition over to Linux, and when that happens, bruh, I'm gonna be out of this bitch so fast. I'm gonna make Linux Mint my home. I gotta say, once I make the jump away from Windows, I ain't ever gonna fucking look back. Shit. That's what I'm saying. I have Linux Mint installed already. It's just that I don't like. I need to get certain things so that I can make the jump properly and not, like, for instance, the way that I stream right now, I wouldn't be able to. There's things that I need to acquire in order to make myself capable of streaming the way that I do right now. I'm damn sure not giving up this layout. But yeah, when I was testing some gaming on Linux Mint, when I was messing around with it, it definitely worked better, just in general. And one of the best examples that I had of that was there was this game that Viv and I played together on stream some time ago called Fira. And if you wanna look at what a disaster that was, the archive has those videos. But Fira was a very incomplete game that was very not at all optimized. Oh, you see, here's the thing. We actually really enjoyed playing it, despite the fact that it ran like shit. However, on Linux it runs baby's ass smooth. It's a great experience on Linux. I mean, it's still an incomplete game, but it runs way hella better on Linux. Like, it ran so much better on Linux that it felt weird how smooth it was. Well, I mean, it's amazing what your OS is capable of when 98% of its resources aren't being used to data mine the user. It's a fucking crazy idea. Later, buddy. I literally just wanted to interact with a purple dot. But it's fucking covered with some shit that I don't want, so of course, it's a problem. But yeah, I'm genuinely curious about how this game would run on Linux Mint. You know, if it would... Because, like, right now, this one is very, 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 very heavily modified so that it will run more smoothly. Despite that, it still runs like shit sometimes. And it's because this was not a... Like, this game is very, very, very far away from being optimized in any way, shape, or form. But I do wonder if it's not being shat on by, you know, Windows being Windows. Who knows? Maybe it'll actually be capable of being not shit. Sometimes it feels intentional, you know what I'm saying? Like, I will say, while I was doing stuff with Linux, it's not hard to see why people that are into Linux are really into Linux. It's not hard to see why. Having said that, I promise to never be one of those guys that's like, literally won't shut the fuck up about it, you know? I prefer not to be that guy. Why is it not? What? Okay. Weird. Roy is officially not joyful. Bleh. That appears to be all the good stuff. Oh, this is Musashi? This shit feels like Castlevania. I probably said that when I put it on there to begin with. I gotta say though, the idea of Windows running smoothly at all ever is like a good joke. Once was a ship that took the sea, and the name of the ship was Ability. There's a song that these guys sing right here that is a Wellerman a parody. It's not really a parody. It's a version. It's a variant on the Wellerman. Even though the dialogue has been removed, we still have to deal with the timing that everything goes through right here because it's synced up to the way that that track is sung. How does that compare to my donkey? It doesn't. Not even a little. It's just a donkey. Actually, no, the sword explosion can be elemental. So I don't keep normal ass bitches of things that can be elemental. Boink. Man, if I could design my own OS. That'd be something. Where the hell? Plunder booty. I be plundering. I gonna be plundering. Alright, I desire more coffee in my life, but we're gonna get to this next dungeon before I do that. Good job. There's not fire down there or anything. There. Genuinely, these enemies are just like hanging out in the lava. I didn't even have to do anything to half of y'all. Like, this lava is not instant death. For me either. I can step into it. But like, mate, who the fuck wants to whatever, I don't know, bruh. What do I know? Anyways, I will be back.
Finally, the unhallowed mysteries of the Nibblenomicon will soon be revealed. The vegan turducken, the eggplant parmesan, the eld dip. Take it, and whatever you do, do not read it yourself.
shit. Did I just kill her?
Killed me? I don't think so, sweetie.
No, Tanya. You never should have fucked with me and my crew.
Please, you don't have the balls.
That
You
was
never could
interesting.
die with dignity.
Man, I want to make sure she's really dead this time.
Yep, there's no sign of her or her virus anywhere left in the simulation.
Good. One less thing to worry about.
That the helicopter was definitely not supposed to hit him like that.
Okay. I have no idea what the hell he was doing, and neither did he.
Dude, what are you doing? You gonna be stubborn about this, bro? He's clipping into it. Wow. He's going right back into it. Way to get fucking spired. Oh, that's fucking perfect.
Or rather, it lowers how much stamina you use by running. Well, there he went. Fell to death. Good job. Yeah, that was something. Why?
She has a rocket stuck to her hand. She has a rocket stuck to her hand. This is gonna suck. So there's a reason that there's another multi-purpose room on top of that one, and a hatch pointed this direction. You fucking what? Okay. Because like if it's sometimes it works, that's not good enough. Yeah, no, it doesn't work at all. So this weapon just sucks.
You just saved my damn life, and I am dead.
I'd really like it if they would actually more actively avoid holes. Like, you know, exactly the opposite of that. Dude, god damn it. What a disaster. Why?
just keeps going. Ah.
Alright, a thing happened. I gotta go. I'll be back later.
Yo, what the fuck? Dude, it never gets old. Like, you kill a thing and then the model does whatever the fuck the model does.
What the fuck? See, look at this shit. What?